Christ said, his yoke is easy and his burdens are light. Christ said, his yoke is easy and his burdens are light. Are you fettered? Are you bound? Are you chained? Are you yoked? Are you shackled to wisdom? You put her about your feet. She would guide your pathway. She would keep you on the straight and narrow. She is your guidance and your direction. They keep you from harm. They keep you out of danger. Or will you continue to be constraint to the flesh? Let's go forth with this teaching on tonight. And let's get to it on tonight. We're going to pick up where I left off in the last teaching last week, when I was speaking about when Christ stated, he said, my yoke is easy and my burdens are light. So we're going to continue on from where I left off in Sirach chapter 6, verse 22. And it says, for wisdom is according to her name, her way, and she is not manifest to many. Now we're going to bring out verse 24. It says, give ear, my son, my servant, receive my advice and refuse not my counsel. Refuse not my counsel. We're going to go over here to Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. The desire of the Spirit of God is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. So give ear, my servant. See, if you're a fool, you cannot be labeled as a servant, as a son of his. And a son of his is going to receive his advice, his counsel, his instruction, and in that you're going to get that knowledge on how to worship him in spirit and truth, how to stay according to the Spirit, how to walk, how to live, how to conduct yourself as a servant of God. And it says this in verse 8. He said, my servant, there it is again, hear the instruction of thy father. See, in those instructions, you're going to have that counsel. In the instruction, you're going to have the knowledge, and you're going to get that understanding, and it's going to, and that wisdom. Hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother. And what? Over here to Sirach 6 and 24. And put thy feet into her fetters. Feathers. If you were to see them, imagine them, they look like handcuffs, or handcuffs on the feet. Shackles. So when I spoke about it last week on how we need to be shackled, we need to be bonded, we need to be binded, we need to be that way in the spirit unto Christ and unto that spirit of wisdom, that spirit of truth that he's going to give to what? His servant. Because a servant he's going to hear that instruction of the father and forsake not the law of thy mother. He's going to hear that. Because let's go to 1 Timothy 1, chapter 1, verse 1 and 9. Knowing this, it says, no, start at verse 8. We'll take it down to 9. It says, but we know that the law is good. It's good if providing a man use it lawfully. Full thought. Knowing this. So you got to know this. Knowing this. What? The instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother. Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man. It's not going to apply to you if you don't break it. As they say, if you are a law-abiding citizen, the police would never, you would never come across the police. You would never be prosecuted. You would never be in a situation that you got to get a bail bondsman, and you worried about a 10 to 20 and all these type of things. But the lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly, for the sinner, for the unholy, the profane, for murderers of fathers, murderers of mothers, murderers of fathers, murderers of mothers, for manslayers, for whoremongers, for them that defile themselves with mankind, for men stealers, for liars, for perjured persons, and if there be any other thing that is contrary to what? To sound doctrine. Anything that is contrary to sound doctrine. And we should know that that sound doctrine, that doctrine will direct one's behaviors and thoughts of the people or person. It guides us in the way that he will instruct us. A set of rules, regulations to follow, that we are to follow if we are his people, if we are my son, his servants. A set of beliefs, a body of teachings. That's what's in that sound doctrine. That's what's in that sound doctrine. But it says this in 24, put thy desires into her fetters. Into her fetters. So you want to be bonded. You want to be binded. You want to be shackled in that wisdom. It's like this. My wife works in law enforcement. And she says that whenever those particular type of individuals that have committed crimes, and they're heinous and vile, disgusting, despicable, they just did something that they deserve to get what the judge throws out. When she brings them from the jail to the courthouse, those type of individuals, prisoners, their hands are shackled and their feet are shackled. So you know their ankles are shackled. You hear the chains going. They're handcuffed and their feet are shackled. So they're being guided. They're being directed into the courtroom. They can't go nowhere. They shouldn't be able to go nowhere. So to look at it this way, to flip it, we should be shackled. We should be chained. We should be handcuffed. We should be binded unto Christ. And we're going to put our desires in her, into that spirit. Her, that spirit, her. Verse 9. Proverbs 1 and 9. For they shall be an ornament about thy neck. An ornament of grace unto thy head and chains about thy neck. Because Paul gonna say this. Paul says this, Ephesians 4:1. I beseech thee, there it says, I therefore, the prisoner. We get it now. We starting to get it. I therefore, the prisoner of the Creator, beseech you. Who? That's what we are. We belong to him. So when I mentioned it last week in the teaching, that we served sin in slavery. We were in bondage to the flesh. But now we should be in bondage unto Christ. And that's going to profit us. When we serve sin, sin has no profit. The outcome of it is death. But if you're bonded, if you're a servant, if you're a prisoner of Christ, you want that life. You're going to get that life. And in doing so, they shall be what? What? The instructions and the law of thy mother, it says all this. Fear, the desire of the Spirit of God is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. So these instructions, this knowledge, they shall be an ornament of grace unto an ornament. A jewel. Are we not the bride? You think he's coming back for that bride that's not going to have that when you get married, you want everything to be lined. You want everything to be just right. The earrings got to be right. Your hair, you want that looking right. You got that veil going to be over your face. You sisters, you know what I'm talking about. The dress is white and clean. You looking all pure and holy for your husband. Your shoes got to be right. It's the same similitude. It's the same analogy. And the ornament is going to be what? Those desires. The ornaments. It's going to be what? Those desires. Deuteronomy 6 and 3. Let's touch on some of those ornaments. Deuteronomy 6 and 13. It says, thou shalt desire the Spirit of thy God and serve him. We're going to be bonded unto him. We're his prisoners now. You're going to serve him. And thou shalt swear by his way. What's another ornament? Knowledge. He says the desire of the Spirit of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Let's go to Job. Job 34. Job 34 and 2. He said, hear my words, O ye wise men. You're going to have that wisdom. Right there. Sirach 6 and 22. Ye wise men, full thought, and give ear unto me, ye that have knowledge. Verse 4. Let us choose to us judgment, doctrines, and teaching. That sound doctrine. Let us know among ourselves what is good. And what's another ornament? Those proverbs. Those parables. Go to Matthew chapter 13 and 13. It says, therefore I speak unto them in parables. So you're gonna understand those dark parables, those speeches, because what? He got that pastor that's gonna feed you with knowledge and understanding. So he's gonna give you those, he's gonna speak to you in those parables. And you're gonna get that understanding when elder speaks it, when he breaks it down and teaches it to you. He said, because they see not, full thought, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. Because we're going to get that understanding when he speaks. Ornament is the great, see, with these chains, with these fetters, with these, it shows we can be bound to the grace of Christ. Go back to Proverbs 1 and 9. And we want that. We want that grace. But in order to get it, you got to have that ornaments. You got to know his will, do his desires. You got to have the knowledge, understand the parables and the dark speeches and the instructions that is given, you got to follow. So you want that grace, you want that favor, you want that mercy. And it should be about your neck. Wisdom of Solomon says this. Wisdom of Solomon says this. Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. Are you walking by faith or by fate? They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. Now he's going to clarify. And such as be faithful in love and promise shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath care for his elect. But shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? No, that's what Christians do. Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? He's asking a question. God forbid. No. No. How shall we that are dead, that body is dead when you went down into the water, when you baptized, when you condemned it, how that are dead to sin live any longer therein? If you're dead to it, why are you living in it? Why are you continuing to do it? If your feet, your desires are in her fetter, and then the ornament is about thy neck of chain, so she can lead you, guide you, direct you, and you got all these ornaments on, you got this beautiful jewel on, how are you dead in sin? How are you still continuing to sin? Are we doing that? Are we doing that now? Know ye not that so many of us were baptized, were condemned unto salvation the anointed way, were condemned unto his death? So we have to keep it. We have to keep it. We have to keep the truth. We have to keep his way. Proverbs 3 and 3. It says, let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Watch this. Bind them about thy neck. I'm reiterating it. I'm pounding it into you. Write them upon the tablet of thy heart. My son, verse 1. My servant, forget not my law. Full thought, but let thine heart keep my commandments. That's an S, commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall be added unto thee. And let not mercy and truth forsake thee. And like I brought it out last teaching, she is not manifest unto men. The world can't receive the truth. The world can, everybody in this world can't receive it. And if it's, let me go to Proverbs 3 and 22. I'm getting kind of excited. I'm trying to kind of calm down and take a deep breath. Okay. It says, my son, there it is again. See, I'm gonna keep pounding, I'm gonna keep hitting you. I gotta keep hitting you in the head. I gotta hit you in the head to the white meat till you get it. My son, my servant, let them not depart from thy eyes, from thy understanding. Keep sound wisdom. Sound wisdom. A clear understanding of what is right of God and is not of God. What is going to be that good and the evil? You're going to know what is the right way to go. Keep sound wisdom. So shall they be life unto your soul. You got sound wisdom and you got sound doctrine. Then shall thou walk in the way safely. You got those things above on your feet now. You shackle a prisoner of Christ. Now you're going to walk this walk. You're going to do this journey according to his way, according to his will. I've come to do thy will, O God. A body hast thou prepared for me. And we're going to bind this onto our necks and our feet, our desires. And they should be established in our steps. They should be established in our steps. Let's go to Psalms. They're going to establish us in our steps as we're walking on, going through this journey. Psalms 119, drop down all the way down to 133. 133. Don't go too fast. There we go. Order my steps. Order my steps in thy word. And let not any iniquity have dominion over me. Order my steps. Establish my steps. See, if it's being a precious jewel unto you, this ornament, you keep it close to your heart. You never let it go. You protect it. You defend it. You defend the word of God. You protect the word of God. You like Elder was speaking to in the brother. You become that Bible. You become the living word of God. You become the book. You study to show yourself approved. So you're gonna protect it like a precious jewel. It's like if you got those anybody that got jewelry, you know you put it in a safe. You put that precious jewel, you put those precious ornaments in a safe. You put them in your heart and never let it go. So you're going to protect it. You're going to hold on to it. You're going to bind it. Verse 13, Proverbs 3 and 13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom. Oh, look what I got. Look what I got. See, what many of us do, we get something that's precious, we get something that's valuable, and then we trade it in for the flesh. We go to the pawn shop. We go to Satan, we go to the pawn shop. Oh, look what I got. Can I get this for that? You're pounding off the ornaments, the jewels, the wisdom, the mercy, the grace, the favor. You're pounding it off to Satan. I give you this, you give me that. And you're not going, that's what we're doing. We're going to the pawn shop of Satan. It says, happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth, that man, and the man or woman that getteth understanding. Verse 15. She is more precious than rubies, and all things thou canst desire are not compared to her. So if it's valuable, you protect it. If it's precious unto you, you keep it close in your heart. You lock it up in your heart. Proverbs. Let's go to Proverbs 20. Let me show you this in Proverbs 24 and 4. It says, and by knowledge shall the chambers be filled with all precious and pleasant riches. So if you keep it close in your heart, let's go to Luke. It should be that treasure. Luke 12 and 34. It should be that treasure. It should be, man, you just locking that thing, you protecting, you keeping it close to you because you putting your feet, your desires into her fetters and the chain about her neck. And thy chain unto her, and thy neck unto her chain. Remember, it's her chain. Luke 12 and 34. Luke 12 and 34. It says, where your heart, for where your treasure is. Where your heart, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. If it is a treasure unto you, if it's valuable unto you, if it's precious unto you, you're going to keep that thing. You're going to protect that. Luke 6 and 45. But watch this. Watch this. Luke 6 and 65. Go down to 65. No, Luke 6 and 45. No. It says, okay, there we go. There we go. Not 65, 45. I looked at my notes wrong. A good man out of a good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good. And an evil man out of a good man, that's man or woman, out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good. An evil man, that's man or woman, out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil. For of the abundance of the heart, his mouth speaketh. They're going to tell you who they are. They're going to tell you what they're about. Mark 7:21. He said, that which cometh out of the man, that's man or woman, defileth the man. For from within, out of the heart of man, proceeded evil thoughts, adultery, fornication, murders, thefts, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness. All these evil things come from within and defile. We have people that have been here, that have been here. Where were they heart? Was their heart? Did they treasure and protect and keep the word of God? Did they bind those ornaments and jewels God was giving out? No, they showed what their treasure was. It was of the flesh. Evil thoughts, adulteries, lasciviousness. They were here. They heard the teachings. They even did teach. Their treasure was not with the word of God. They didn't put their desires into her fetters. They put their feet, their desires into the flesh. They were still in bondage and still in servitude unto the flesh. They were still chained unto the works of the flesh. Romans 9:6. Not as though the word of God has taken none effect. It didn't take effect. They preached it. They gave the good game. It was made known that they were just talking. Their heart was focused on flesh. Their heart was focused in something else. It wasn't. They didn't keep it. They didn't keep what was precious to their heart. Let me show you this. Let's go down 1 John 2:19. 1 John 2:19. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if, providing they had been of us, they would have no doubt continued with us. How many people leave KJBU? How many people testify, they brag, they boast and say, oh, I'm in the truth, I'm in the truth, I got the truth, I got the truth. Where are they right now? When the test and the trial come, where they at? When it was time to be enduring something, their treasure, their heart was where their treasure was. And the treasure is going to be either the word of God or in his flesh. But they went out that they might be made known, manifest that they were not of us. Not as though the word of God had taken effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel. So you allow the thief of thieves to come. You allow the thief of thieves to come. And take that which you said was so precious. Or I have the truth. I'm in the truth. And to take it away from you. All that time you spent here was in vain. John 10:10. The thief cometh not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. So now the thief came and took the word. Or did he? Did you protect it? Did you defend it? Did you safe house it? So the thief came and took the word that you had and replaced it. Now you got fake jewelry. Ooh. You got fake jewelry. You got fake ornaments. You had fake ornaments the whole time. You know when you got gold? You know gold, fake gold, it turns your neck green, don't it? It turns your neck green. That lets you know it's fake. That lets you know it's not real. That fake. So you had fake jewelry. You had fake jewelry on. You had fake ornaments on. Thinking you fooled us, but you can never fool God. Thinking you can fool, but you can never fool God. So what am I saying? You didn't have the real diamonds. You didn't have the real rubies. You had, instead of the diamonds, you had the cubic zirconias. You had the fake jewelry on. Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon. 2:16. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. You had on the counterfeit jewelry. You had on the counterfeit ornaments. He has abstained us from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounces the end of the just to be blessed. Wisdom is given to maketh his boast that God is his father. You had counterfeit jewelry on. You had a counterfeit ornament on. You had a counterfeit chain on. See, a fool would act this way. A fool will allow for the thief to come and steal what is precious unto him, to come and let him steal his treasure like a pirate. Satan is like a pirate coming to steal your treasure, coming to steal your word, coming to steal your faith, coming to steal your beliefs, coming to steal the instructions and the knowledge and the wisdom and the understanding that you've been given. You let the thief of thieves come. Let me prove my point. Let's go to Genesis. Let's go to Genesis 3. Genesis chapter 3, verse 4. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. The fix is in. Didn't God tell them that if you learn of this tree of good and evil, you're going to die? All the other trees of the garden you can eat, you can learn from. But that one tree in the midst, don't touch it. Don't look at it. Don't come near it. So now you had a conversation and the fix is on. For God doeth know in the day ye shall learn thereof, your eyes will open and you should be gods and knowing good and evil. Oh, the fix is in play. God said one thing, Satan said something else. That seed, the word of God that was planted, was given, and here he comes. Stole Adam's integrity. Let's go to Job. Job real quick. Job 2 and 9. Then his wife said unto him, thou still retaineth integrity? Curse God and die. You going through all this, Job? Curse God and die. What you think Adam did? You can't let Satan come and steal your integrity, steal your honesty, the truth, the word of God that he gave you. You got to protect that thing. That thing is to be precious to you. He said, you sound like a... It says, but he said unto her, thou speakest as of the foolish women speaketh. Proverbs 1. Let's go to Proverbs 1 and 7. Proverbs 1 and 7 again. There it is right there. But fools despise wisdom and instruction. Well, you speaking like a foolish woman speaking. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of God, and shall we not receive evil? In this did not Job sin with his lips. Romans 1 and 22 going to say this. Let me show you this right here in Romans 1 and 22. They professing themselves to be wise, became fools. A person leaning to their own understanding. A person using wisdom of this world. The fix was on. The fix was in to get them. James 3 and 15. Oh, we should be like gods. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. James 3 and 15. This wisdom descendeth not from above, but is earthly, sensual, devilish. For where there's envy and strife is, there is confusion in every evil work. Didn't he instruct them not to learn of it? Did they keep the ornaments about their neck? Did they bind the truth to their hearts? They went their way. They went according to their path. And it led them unto death. It led them unto death. Let's go to Psalms. Psalm 16. Let me show you this in Psalm 16 and 11. No, Psalms 12. We're going to go to Psalms 12. I want to make a point. Psalms 12. As I start to wind down. No, Proverbs. That's my bad. My bad. Proverbs. Proverbs 12. Proverbs 12 and 28. Proverbs 12 and 28. In the way of righteousness is life. Full thought. And in the pathway thereof there is no death. There is no death in the pathway which he's going to lead you. In the pathway that we should go. To keep us alive. So we can see, my brothers and sisters, that we are to have that we are to have ourselves shackled, bounded, binded, handcuffed, however you want to put it, but you got to do it unto Christ. We were a prisoner. We were a prisoner of the flesh. We was a prisoners. We were serving sin. Now, as Paul stated, let us be prisoners unto Christ. Like I stated in the last teaching, we should be shackled, hand and foot unto his word, unto his spirit, unto his truth. We're going to end with Exodus 20 and 6. Exodus 20 and 6. And showing mercy unto thousands, not millions, not hundreds, not millions, not zillions, not bazillions. Showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me, promise me, and keep my commandments. We need that grace and that mercy. We need all of it. Just put it all in the bowl. We need all of it. We need all of it. We need all of it day by day, every day, every hour. We're going to end, I said I was going to end. This verse is just popping in my head. We're going to end with Isaiah 61 and 10. I promise this time. Isaiah 61 and 10. Scroll right past it. There we go. Isaiah 61 and 10. It's going to say this. He said, I will greatly rejoice in the Spirit of God. My soul shall be joyful in my God, full thought. For he hath clothed me with the garments of salvation. I promise that would be the last. I'm keeping my promise, but I got to show you something else. I got to show you something else. Ephesians. I don't know, these verses keep popping in my head. Ephesians 5 and 27. 5 and 27. Okay, I promise that this will be it. That he might present himself a glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, that it should be holy without blemish. It says, I will greatly rejoice in the Spirit of God. My soul shall be joyful in my God, for he hath clothed me with the garments of salvation. He hath covered me with a robe of righteousness, as a bridegroom decketh herself with ornaments, as a bride compared or adorned herself in her jewels. Yeah, that's what I wanted you all to see. He has one bride, one bride. Those that are called by his way, by his name. Let's be that bride. Let's have these ornaments, these jewels. Let's have all of this on us. And look so beautiful for our husband. Not having a spot or wrinkle. That dress, oh my goodness, that gown ought to be so pure, so white, so clean, that we looking so good. Sisters, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about when you got dressed for your wedding. You know. You can see the similitude and the correlation in that. Some of you sisters, definitely. This is Elder T. I'd like to say, enjoy the rest of your night. And I'd like to say to each and every one of you, shalom.